sorry I freaked out.
I'm sorry I'm a secret alien.
What would happen?
Well, the tagline for Drones is it's Close Encounters of the Office Kind. So it's an office comedy with alien undertones.
So who else in the office is an alien?
Guess. Drones is anything where people are forced to spend a lot of time together, like in a submarine or at war, and kind of in-jokes develop and you don't quite know how they started, or people have been working together for so long they don't quite know why they give someone that nickname. It's just always kind of been like that. Almost like mass hallucination can happen when people spend too much time together in too much of a confined environment. You're not quite sure what's real and what's not anymore, and who's real and who's not anymore. But also, Drones is about anything that keeps two people from being together, whether it's love or friendship or anything that would keep two people who want to come together from doing that, which could be, you know, our parents don't like each other, your God doesn't like my God, our work schedules won't allow it, or you're from another planet and I'm from Earth. There was a writer's strike here in Hollywood and a lot of people weren't working, and a buddy of mine had moved to New Orleans and was making movies in Louisiana. I had been trying to find something for us to make together for a long time, and I was involved in this kind of scene here in Los Angeles of writers and musicians and actors and comedians that were doing shows at Largo and at the Steve Allen Theater, and I thought there must be a film in here somewhere, so I flew Jordan Kessler out to LA. We approached two writers, Ben Acker and Ben Blacker, right? Thrilling Adventure Hour. Danny Strong was working with them, and he had invited us to come see him in one of their performances, and through that we became just big fans and friends.
We've both performed in the Thrilling Adventure Hour. Adam's band Common Rotation plays afterwards.
I guess I'm fortunate that we know what we now know. I guess I'm fortunate that we know how this old song goes.
Basically said, what do you have? We have an office free in New Orleans, and they said, oh, give us a week. And a week later they handed us the script to Drones, and then a week later we were in pre-production, 2 weeks later we were done shooting.
As far as the script goes, we really love what Acker and Blacker do with the Thrilling Adventure Hour, so we just wanted them to do that, but in an office environment.
We just wanted it in their tone, in their voice, in the style that they work in.
Directing my own material is fun, but directing somebody else's script is even more fun. You get to mine it for all these hidden bits and pieces that are just like lying underneath the surface. And the script originally was written for this location, this office location. It was set up over an extended period of time, and Adam and I thought that condensing it down into 1 week would sort of heighten the tension of the film, and I feel like it really does that. I feel like that was the one note that we as directors gave that sort of, I feel like, heightened everything just a little bit. Adam and I had co-directed a video for Common Rotation that we shot in Alaska, and then we got together to co-direct a video for a friend of ours named David Garland. He hosts a radio program on WNYC called Spinning on Air.
When we were putting together a list of directors, Amber was on it because Jordan Kessler had seen Chance and Lovers, Liars, and Lunatics and some of the films she had done, and thought she would be great, but she'd never done this kind of comedy before, and I was very familiar with this comedy. So it was Jordan who said, why don't you guys do it together?
The pros and cons of working with a partner, that's an interesting question.
Every time we do one of these interviews, people, that's what they want to do. They want us to say, you're good at that, and you're good at that, and you're not good at that, and you're not good at that. And they seem very intent on locking us into that so they can say, oh, that's what she's good at, that's what she's good at. I think we're both good at opposite things, so we complement each other well. I think what we're watching when we're watching playback are two very different things, and combined, I think it's very strong.
Mostly I feel like this upped my game.
You could say Amber's watching the camera and I'm watching the actors, but that's not really true. What's really true is that we're both just trying to make the thing as truthful as possible.
I feel like there are things that I'm really good at, and there are things that he like intuitively gets about filmmaking that put those two things together, you know, my experience and his intuition, and I feel like it totally raises the stakes. I feel like this movie is a culmination of all the things I've been working toward. I think it's better than anything I've done before, and it's because of working with Adam. Without working with him, I don't think I would be at this level. I love to draw storyboards, so we sat down and we storyboarded together. I think that gave us the basis from which we worked, because once we knew what we wanted, we were able to kind of just go into the set and just do it rather than just be sitting there trying to figure out what our shots were going to be, which in 14 days you don't have time to sit around going, okay, well maybe if we move the camera over here we can get a 2-shot. And so we already knew what we wanted the film to look like. We did a lot of moving masters. We shot it more like a 40s film rather than like a fast-paced MTV, bada, you know, really fast cut. We didn't want to do a lot of coverage. We wanted the camera to be a character. We wanted it to move in and out of the scene.
Amber had a great eye for how it should look, and she really made the camera another character that's observing and watching and gives you, when needed, disconnected and connected feel to what's happening. It's definitely a specific choice, and it definitely heightens the tension of everything that's happening.
Adam worked really closely with our wardrobe and our production design team to make sure that everybody had a very specific look, that the set had a very specific look. We wanted something that was out of time. We wanted the set to, it could be now, it could be the 80s, it could be the 50s, you know, the clothes are very 50s, very stylized, pencil skirts and men in suit and ties.
They had walls and they had some desks. We had to move everything, which is the way it is often with making a movie. Somebody goes like, oh, I have an office, and then you go, great, and you show up and you go, well, we can't use any of this, so we have to take it all out and put it all in and set it all up and move these massive cubicle walls around and then drill them into the floor. We also had to bring in computers. We wanted kind of Commodore 64, older looking computers, and things that ran the gamut from very new IM technology to very old school sounds and typewriters.
Xerox and copies.
Water cooler, like it's a mammoth water cooler that just looks so antiquated that no one would have it.
So we went for very stylized in every aspect of the film, from the dialogue all the way to you know, what underwear people were wearing.
You have a very limited time, very limited budget, very limited resources, and everybody's just doing whatever they can to get the thing done and to make it as good as possible.
Trying to figure out how we were going to schedule this 14-day crazy shoot was intense. We just ran from bits of this part of the office to this part of the office. We tried to get as much done in each little section so that we didn't have to come back to it.
And just always having an answer, knowing what you want is really helpful. If you don't know what you want, people will make decisions for you or second guess you. If you do know what you want, everybody will follow it. People want to believe in that someone knows what they're doing. If it's you, then you'll get what you want because it gets you through the day. Somebody presents you with a green table or a red table. You go, which one did you like? Don't say
Whatever.
whichever one you like. Say the green table, even if you don't know why. People will believe there's a higher power and a reason behind it. There usually is, even if you don't know why. There's something that informs everything back to the dialogue and the original relationship in the film that can be justified or not by the choice of table. I never really took off the producer's hat. It was really just everybody doing whatever they could to get it done.
We had a really great producer, Jordan Kessler, who just sort of gave us free rein and put together this great little team down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Adam and I would talk about how we wanted the tone, and he would work with the actors, and I would sort of boss the DP around a little bit, and then we'd confer and just make sure we were on the same page.
Before all your questions, let me just expound. Love makes all the other worlds go round. Love makes all the other worlds go round.